Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Retro Survivor. And today we are in for a treat because we have the first ever twist of Retro Survivor. So make sure you stay for the entire stream. At the very end, we got something that's going to go down. Got a little drama happening, and I'm going to need your guys' help. First twist of Season 1. So excited about that. Stay tuned for the whole stream. That way at the end, you can participate in the first twist. Guys, we got a lot to talk about. First thing is that, I don't know if you guys see this, but there are a lot of red X's on my screen. It's getting real. It is getting real. We are getting down to the wire, to the nitty gritty. The finalists are making their presence known, and it's getting real. We have cut out 5, and we are down. Actually, sorry, we've cut down 4. I'm not sure why First Samurai has a red X. Let's change that. First Samurai, you should not have a red X. Especially, that's one of my favorites. I don't know why he has one. He's one of my picks to keep going. So, again, today, if you are new to the show, how this goes down is that you guys, this is an interactive show, a game show where you guys get to vote off the contestants each week. So I got 10 Super Nintendo titles, and these are all ones that I've reviewed on my channel. So if you haven't watched them or you don't know anything about them, you can always go on my channel, take a 5-minute break at work, 5-minute scroll, and you can watch one of my videos so you can find out everything you need to know about the game. And then once you find out about the games, you'll kind of be smartened up to next week, or maybe right now, if you know enough about these games, you can make a vote to who leaves Retro Survivor, who leaves the island. And eventually at the end of Season 1, it's going to come down to one winner. And we're trying to find out who will be the first winner of Retro Survivor Season 1. So let's go over the contestants and who's left. Last week, actually, you know what? I got to make an apology. I need to make an apology. There was someone in the chat last week that they were using the same Wi-Fi as someone else. I'm trying to remember your name. Inktress. Inktress is using the same Wi-Fi as James. So they both couldn't vote in the straw poll in the show. And I said, Inktress, if you are brave enough to share your vote with everyone else publicly, I would honor that vote. Things happened, streams went on. It was a close vote. And I can't remember, I think that vote, if I would have counted it, again, I was looking at the straw poll, and once it comes up, it says like who is voted off, who got the most votes. I saw that. It was Spanky's Quest. I'm like, okay, we got a winner, or we got who's leaving the show. That's who it is. But if I would have counted that other vote, I think it would have made it for a tie with Buster Bust Loose, which is really unfortunate because I'm ready for Buster Bust Loose to go home. So because of the tie, which it could have went either way, and I probably would have flipped a coin or made AI choose or something. But there is a 50-50 chance that Buster Bust Loose should not still be in the running. So the fact that he keeps hanging around and just keeps skirting by in this way, and we got 2 or 3 super fans in the chat, it's incredible. But anyway, let's go over the contestants before we get started on today's stream. We have Kirby's Dream Course, and that is it's mainly a golf game. Like Kirby's in it, but don't think like Kirby's swinging a hammer on enemies. It's pretty much a golf game. Very colorful, interactive golf game. It gets the geometry right. It has a ton of like putt-putt. It's got windmills and waves and turbines and all like these things you go around. But Kirby amplifies that up times 11. Like there's so much stuff to go around. Enemies pop up out of nowhere. You get shot out of cannonballs. It's a lot going on for golf. But it's a pretty fun game. Kid Clown and Crazy Chase is one you've probably never heard of. I've been playing Super Nintendo for a long time, and I've never heard of it. And I went just on a deep dive for a random title. I found it, and then I played it, and I kind of enjoyed it. It's got a lot of animations, kind of like Bubsy does. And that was the first. If you go back to Season 1, Episode 1, that is the first game I watched on stream. So you can watch me die at it plenty of times there, if you would like. But Kid Clown and Crazy Chase, apparently it's better than Michael Jordan. Apparently, because you guys have let him stay this long, and Michael Jordan, see ya, buddy, he gone. SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron. Not a big fan base, but a passionate one. I think I say that at every episode because, like I said, I posted a review of SWAT Cats and there was multiple fan page accounts of this TV show in the 90s that came and like retweeted it and commented under it, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know there were people. I guess there's a niche market for everything, but it just seemed like there was more to this show and game than I realized out in the internet. So then we got Tiny Toons, Bust Your Bust Loose. Look, guys, I don't believe in karma. I really don't. But if it were a thing, I would be wondering what I've done wrong to the planet for God to punish me this way, because it just seems like it's one thing after another. And I've learned my lesson with making a negative review. Good Lord, have I learned my lesson with making a negative review on a game. Because I think in my 40 videos, I don't know how many review videos I got, but out of all of them, rarely do I make a negative review. I'm just a positive person. I'm going to tell you, even in a positive review, like, hey, here's what I would change. Here's what I didn't like. I thought this character could have been developed a little bit more. Whatever. I'll come up with something. But just how I'm feeling. But rarely is it like I don't like the game and there's very few redeeming qualities in order for me to give it a positive review. And Tiny Toons, I do not like that game. Dies Again is part of the name. I get that, guys. I got it. I understand. But it just seemed like the amount of deaths that I had, because it's Tiny Toons. Look at the cover. It is made for children. I am a grown man. My 30th birthday what's today? Tuesday? Was Sunday. And I'm still dying to this game relentlessly, and I've been gaming my entire life, and it just doesn't make any sense. You do the little flippy-do. The hitbox is not good. I don't like it. I torched that game. I'm not even going to lie to you. I didn't like say one negative thing about it. I buried that game. I did my best to try to save everyone else from the discomfort and the pain of Tiny Toons Adventures Bust Your Bust Loose. Now, all that being said, with the karma thing, so I did that, and then I had somebody call me out on that being so negative, and they want to do a back and forth video series. So you can go check that out on my channel, Rob from the Retro Hunters. He saw my video, said that he had a reply to it, and he said I was too harsh on it. So I revisited the game. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes in life, you are wrong. Now, in that case, I wasn't, because it's a terrible game, but I had to replay it in front of everybody. So I revisited it again, never really planned to, and then today, and this is another reason that you should subscribe to the channel, and I felt like, I know I'm chasing some rabbits here, just hold on, it will complete a thought at some point, that at the beginning of this channel, I was like, I feel like I need to tell people to subscribe, because that's like the thing that you tell people, and I guess you just need more subscribers, that way they watch. It just seemed like the right thing to do. I don't know. But now, you guys definitely need to, because I'm starting to make posts on my YouTube channel. That way you guys can interact more. You guys can be a part of this show even more. And you're not going to see that, I don't think, if you don't subscribe. So what I've started doing, instead of playing just a random one of these 10 contestants on the stream, I'm allowing you guys to choose whatever vote or whatever game that I'm going to play on stream. And then yesterday, I asked the question. I said, guys, and I had a feeling. I just had, because that's just how unlucky I am. And I got some haters out there and just people plotting and scheming against me. And I posted, I said, all right, guys, I named four games: Kirby's Dream Course, Kid Clown, I think First Samurai, and Tiny Toons. I said, what would you guys like to see me play? And a squad led by Michael B posted and voted Bust Your Bust Loose. So today, I torched the game, and I don't like the game. I revisited it once because of a video series, and I got called out by Rob. And then, now I'm revisiting it again today on the stream because Michael B and his followers, his Buster cult, has chosen me to play this dang game again. And then, on top of all that, I get on X, and apparently somebody had the mind to create a new Tiny Toons Adventures game that's very much like this one. It's not like a remaster or anything. It's a new game, but it's kind of like the Super Nintendo aesthetic. I want to say it's not Rescue. What is it? Somebody can correct me in the chat. But there is a new, it's on my X. I quote tweeted it, and I was like, why did someone do this to me? Because I know that people are now going to ask me to play it. So it was like I torched the game, I got to play the game, I got to revisit the game, I get voted on to play the game today again, and now there's a new game coming out. I'm going to have to play that one, and it's probably going to make me mad just like this one. Don't believe in karma, but if it were a thing, I really did a disservice to the world recently because it is coming back in a vengeance. Anyway, Tiny Toons Adventures Buster Bust Loose is still in the running, unfortunately. Super Adventure Island, we got one of the subscribers of the channel, James. That is one of his favorites I know of, and he's the one that kind of led the charge last week in voting for me to play it on stream last week. Had a tough time with some leaves that looked the same. Don't even want to get into that. Next contestant, final contestant, First Samurai. That is a basic action platformer. Some cool things with it that other games don't do. You can earn your weapon back. There's just the backgrounds are really neat. It's got some Ninja Gaiden type enemy respawn. Some people hate that. Some people love that because it's a challenge. So it's got its niche thing. But you guys are gonna have to choose if you're new to the channel. I'm gonna play, being as though Buster Bust Loose did win the vote. I'm about to enter a gameplay scene, and you guys can enter in the chat. This is what I want you to do. I'm gonna play Buster Bust Loose, and I'm gonna need you guys to be in the chat because I want my attention as much off of this game and as much as I dislike it to be on the chat. I would rather hang out with you guys than try to find my enjoyment just from playing this game. So pop off in the chat. You can ask me personal questions. You can ask me why I got into retro gaming, or you can just maybe say, hey guys, I think Buster's got to go this week. Or say, what about First Samurai? He's been hanging around for too long. Maybe he's got to go. Cast your votes. Talk about it. Maybe try to persuade. There we go. Persuade the rest of the chat into whatever you think. That way you guys can get and it won't be a split decision. There will be a big vote against somebody. That's up to you. But without further ado, for the third time, I'm about to play Buster Bust Loose. I need to, there's been a lot in the news recently about taking Tylenol, but I've read an article, and it says that if you're pregnant, you're not supposed to take Tylenol, but I'm married to somebody that's pregnant, and I'm not pregnant, so I think I can take Tylenol, and I think that I need to take it before this stream, because I know I'm going to get a headache here shortly. And I don't know if you guys have been seeing the news on that, but here, we'll go ahead and go to the gameplay scene. But it's been kind of interesting because, man, my wife is she's pregnant, just told you guys that. And then also, she is a pharmacist. So she's like, I'm not going to get into a political thing, who you vote for and all that kind of stuff. But it was just kind of funny because she was like, well, I guess Trump MD has told everybody not to take Tylenol. What kind of medical degree does he have? Because she's giving me all these studies and saying the proper name, acetaminophen, I think is what it's called. And anyway, and she's telling me all this, and I'm like, that's very nice, honey. That's great. I'm glad you know all of that. It's kind of the same way when I talk about retro games and her, she's pharmacy and got her own hobbies and stuff. And when I say, oh, you never believe what happened on stream today, and she's like, oh, that's nice, honey. That's great. That's awesome. You died again. That's lovely. So kind of had that conversation last night about the whole Tylenol thing, so that was kind of fun. But you know what? I'm not pregnant. I'm about to take it. I should, because I'm about to play Buster Bust Loose again. Make sure I know how to do the dash. And I probably need to go ahead and give her a preemptive text and say, look, I'm going to be a little grouchy when you get home because because I've been subjected to pain by what I thought was my friends in playing Buster Bust Loose. So sorry if I'm a little grouchy when you get home, but this is where we're at now. Okay, so we have not died yet. We've not gotten a hitbox yet. This is a good sign. So I've played it so much now, I know a little bit. And I think I can fake it till I make it to at least get far enough where you guys see more content, because I think it's going to be lame if in my mediocre skills I only get you to like level 1. So I'm going to... No! I don't need to go down there. Here it begins. It begins. Look at that. I hit somebody. What? You're going to see that little emoticon a lot here very soon. Guys, okay. Here we go. We just got to make the jump. I didn't know if it was a double jump or I need to stop right there. I'm going to wait till my dash meter fills up. I know this is slow, but this is where we're at. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, yeah. Guys. No! Okay, I don't think they're going to respawn right here. Okay, dash meter filled up. Here we go. Off to the level. Off to the races. We're to the bookshelf level. Here we go. Okay. What is next? I do like how you can tell in the back, like there's like a little depth perception between all the bookshelves. I think that's a lot of fun. Okay. Very unorthodox way to press that button, but we got it pressed. Let's see if we can make a big jump. I'm not sure what those little carrots do. Oh, they up your health meter. Played it 3 times, didn't know that. Usually I don't have time to look at it because I'm in the trenches fighting for my life. Okay, do I go left or right here? I'm just gonna have to. Here we go. We're jumping. Look at there, guys. This is a pretty good run for me. This is a pretty good run for Buster Bust Loose. That's a quick little elevator drop there. Okay. Oh no, not the dog. No, I forgot about him. You gotta basically, I think you gotta spam the attack, which I don't get a chance to because I'm. Didn't even give me the chance. Okay. Spam the hit. That's the way to do it. I learned last time. We gotta spam. What do the stars do, anybody? Do I get extra lives if it fills up to 100? Is this like a Donkey Kong banana situation? Or is this a Bubsy where we just collect coins to say we collect coins? That is one of the most aggravating features on a Super Nintendo game. Hey, we're going to ask you to collect stuff just because. I'm hitting the attack. What? That's awful. What kid wants to play this game? It's marketed to children. Okay, jumping crab. What in the world? Game over, continue. Yes, please. I'm one of those gamers that sees, now you gotta start at the beginning. Gotta start at the beginning. Okay, guys. All right, now we're locked in. We're locked in. I've gotten the little flippy-do. I got it. I got it locked in. I'm not going to get hit. I'm going to make it all the way to the thing with Taz, like the little spinny thing where you eat treats. I'm going to make it all the way there without getting hit. That's the goal. Is it achievable? I don't know, but that is my goal. Oh, I'm out of dash. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, it's okay. They're not gonna respawn here. Okay, do I got the dash? Okay, here we go. Guys, we're looking solid. We're looking real good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay. No, not the book drop! I failed my challenge. No! Why? So you can't hit them, and then also they can throw stuff at you. Okay, he's a pretty good thrower. That's great. Okay, hold up. Refill your dash meter. Let's go straight down. Let's increase our health. I don't know how we're going to get more hearts, but at least we get the opportunity to have more hearts. I don't know. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. I knew he was right there. I don't know why I did that. You guys probably laughed at yourself thinking, what an idiot for thinking he's not going to get hit. all the way to the Taz mission. What's he thinking? Alright, spam the attack. Here we go, guys. We gotta spam the attack. I literally knew what to do and failed. Me and you are both in the dumpster. I'm kind of in the dumps, but you're in the dumpster. That's a tough watch. Give me the key. Give me the key. 68 stars. I'm going to need another life. Go up the elevator. Okay, we got to watch out for these little pogo stick men. I couldn't even kill them without the pogo stick. What am I supposed to do now? Ain't gonna lie, this is kind of a vibe. This whole little cafe area. Now that's kind of a vibe. I hate the attack on... If this game had a better attack sequence, like if I had a... I know it's Tiny Toons, you can't have a gun. Maybe you can have like the little laser deal, like Looney Tunes. But if I had something different, or like a drop kick or something, that would just totally change the name of this game. Totally change my viewpoint, I think. Biggest thing with it is the flippy-doo hitbox. How can we stop him, Hampton? Dizzy is a big eater. Not Taz, Dizzy. Come on, guys. Okay. Let's see what I can do about getting him some food. Oh, I do gotta hide from him when he's spinning and going crazy. I do know that. Okay, let's see if I can get him that food. Ooh, first try. I'm getting better. Here we go. I think I need to be towards the bottom. I think that's the key. Oh. Okay, he's going that way, which means he's about to go up. Got him. Look at that timing. Can I get a 2 for 1? Can I get a 3 for 1? Man. I feel like I'm... Got it. Look at this, guys. This is the best I've ever done. Oh, I forgot he's going to come in that corridor. I just messed up there. This is probably the best I've ever done against Dizzy. Only got one little heart, though. I would preferably like to end it right here. I can't remember if he goes up or down. Okay, he's down here with me. He's down here with me. I think I'm safe right here. I think I'm far enough in. All right, he should be going up. Okay, just fed him. No. Oh, that was... Whew! Close one. Come on. Oh, I got it. I got it in there. Down the... Ooh! He's after me! Can I make it down? I knew I couldn't make it down! Okay, I got another life, but I think that... Does my hits count? Like... Do all the times I fed him count now? Or no? Is that not how that works? See, when he's on the top floor, you can't really... I think I'm going to have to start over with how much I fed him. Which is ridiculous. Because, I mean, the man has eaten so much. I'm safe, somewhat. No. I thought I could give him the burger. Thought I could give him the slip, then give him the burger. Okay, he's going to go up. He's going to go up top, down the gullet, down the hatch. Oh, no. Oh, this is close, ladies and gentlemen. I am nervous. Here, have some ice cream, bub. Okay, this is looking like I've only gotten hit once. I've given him many treats. So I like where this is going. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. That is perseverance. That is determination. That's what we like to see. Dizzy goes to sleep. Little napsy after all that food. Got the tongue out and everything. It's a pretty good sleep. Dizzy fell asleep. Look at him. He ate all the food in the kitchen. Yeah, he ate everything. He ate it all. We did it, guys. We got through it. Okay, mini game time. So, I still don't know if like this is a random wheel or you get the same mini game each time. So I have a very bad memory, and I can't remember if this is the same game each time or it's actually random. I would assume it's the same game because if it was random, that'd be like crazy to include. Oh yeah, I gotta stop the wheel. All right, guys, it's at least making me feel like I have control. Here we go. I pressed the button. Wheel is stopping. What is that? Guys, no. Guys, I think this is the squash game. No, I don't want to. Okay, you guys are going to see exactly why I lost my cool in the video, because this thing is the worst. And it must be random because I don't think the last time on the when I revisited the game, I don't think this was the first mini game I played. So I think that it is random. But I want you guys to see how frustrating this is, because the hitbox, like, to me, I feel like I got pretty good hand-eye coordination. I'm a really good ping pong player, pretty good pickleball player. I would think I know when to hit the ball. I mean, come on. But it's just, it just doesn't work with you here. Now, I am told if you do well, you earn a different life. So the stakes are high. You guys seen I've been struggling in this game. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, we're chilling. Here we go. Can't stop me. Nope. Total concentration. Total concentration. No! No! I needed one more! I think I needed one more! It just gets so fast. Okay. I know I'm not talking. I am like very focused right now. Very focused. A lot on the line here. A lot on the line. Did I get one away again? No way. There's no way. Or did I get an extra life? I can't really tell. I know there's a bar to my right, but I am so focused in, I can't look at that and look at the ball at the same time. Speed down. Okay, so my speed's down. Okay, what happened? Time up. Did I get any extra life? I want to say that I start off with 3, and now I have 4. So I think I got an extra life there. Okay, that's clutch. That is clutch. Okay, I'll think about me, as I am opinionated, obviously. But I will be honest and eat my own words when I need to. That was more fun than the first time I played it. Mainly because I got an extra life. But that was intense. Maybe it was maybe I just needed somebody watching me, like a coach. You know, like just like a coach back when you were playing in high school. And if he was watching you, you always did better because you're like, I got an audience. I got a little pride in me. Got to make sure I'm doing this right. And I feel like you guys watching, the stakes were high. I didn't want to let you guys down. Man, that was more enjoyable than I remember. I will admit. Okay, let's get away from these window sills. That looks pretty dangerous. I'm so glad the grounded tomatoes. Sometimes like something like that will happen, and you run over whatever it is. You saw that midair hit. Mediocre gamer who? Okay. No, it's still me. Sorry you guys had to see that. Alright, let's see if I can make it through this level. This is normally where I wet the bed. It's normally where I totally mess up. Not necessarily the jump rope part, but the donkey part after the jump rope part. Not to say that this is a walk in the park for me with my skill level. There we go. This is normally where Jake starts to lose his lives. I didn't even make it past the first bird. Alright, gotta get past the blue donkeys. Gotta get past the blue donkeys. Ah, that's so stressful. I'm sweating on my forehead. That's how stressful I am with the donkeys. Oh my gosh. Get out of here, dog. Give me that health. Is the chandelier gonna fall? Will the chandelier fall? Yep. Had to avoid it though. Okay, we made it out of there and we got a little health boost. I think we're gonna get another heart right here. Just gotta make sure I don't get... Oh my gosh, okay. Gotta time the barrels and the coyote. They're asking a lot from me. Ah! That is so frustrating! You guys want this to win Super or Retro Survivor. Why? Why? I don't know why you subjected me to this. What's this guy's name? Montana something. Montana Max. What you got for me, Montana? I can't even remember what's next. I think that's another mini game. I think. Oh, that was... My literal controller is like moist and wet because it is just... I know people don't like moist, but it is... It's very uncomfortable because I was so stressed out right there that I'm sweating. And that's not a real... I looked away for half a second and got a giant butterfly net over me. That's not a real macho thing to say as I wear my Macho Man shirt. I gotta keep my eye on the ball. I can't look at the chat and can't look at the screen. Lock in, Jake. Not a very Macho Man thing to say. I can't see the coyotes. Okay. We're making a little progress. That gave me no time to react. No time to react. That's crazy. Alright guys, if I don't survive this, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to, I want to say, there's a password system to this game. I'm going to go forward. You have to memorize when to jump on that. Because that is so quick. So quick. That train's got to be going 100, 110? For it to be going that fast where I can't even react to the net in which it's running into. That's crazy. And I'm pretty sure if I press continue, it's going to take me back to the beginning. No, I'm at the Western Town. Okay. Oh, that is such a sigh of relief. That is such a breath of fresh air that I'm at the Western Town. I thought it was going to take me to the very beginning. This I'm okay with. This I'm okay with. Alright, pay attention. I just got hit because I wasn't paying attention. Let's continue. Let me lock in. Let me put my Jake Dies Again magic on it. I just did it. I can do it again. We can make it through. Pass through the town hall. Avoid the coyote tomatoes. Hit him in midair. There we go. We're cooking. Let me cook. We're going to do the double dutch. Not a good look, guys. Not a good look. Total concentration. 3, 2, 1. Go to the railroad. Oh, the donkeys. Oh, this is so stressful. This is probably one of the most stressful things that I could be a part of. Going through the donkeys with the birds with Buster. Whew. I literally need to dry off my controller is what I need to do. It's a handicap right now. Alright, we avoid the floppy dog. We get the life. We get the health. Where did the bounce go? I think I need to time the bounce right here. Is there not another one? As soon as I walk up, the barrel's going to hit me. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, Montana. How you doing, sir? Now we must survive the train. Alright, you guys need to be thinking, am I going to get, is this game, and you've seen, let me press start while I look away. Is this game worth keeping on Retro Survivor, or is this something you need to vote out? That's what you need to think about. We're not going to have much longer. I'm going to keep streaming for a little bit, and then we're going to go to our tribal council scene where you guys will vote who you want to leave the island, and then we will have 4, and then we're going to have a twist at the very end. But just seeing what you've seen thus far, you guys have to decide, okay, am I going to let the presentation of this game and how colorful it is and how nostalgic I am for Tiny Toons, are you going to let that shadow, are you going to let that just rob you of what the actual truth is here, and that the hit detection is not good, and that the attack is abysmal, and that it's super frustrating, and that, are you going to let that rob you of that? Or don't get fooled, don't get gaslit by the visuals when I'm actually playing the game and I'm not having a great time. But you guys got to decide that. All right, unpause. I mean, every game ever on the Super Nintendo has a train level, I get that. But the fact you can barely even see their little ears as you keep going. And the dang net! Nobody reminded me of the net. Nobody in the chat reminded me of the net. How could you? You're just letting me fail. Alright. Net. Net. Remember the net. I need to get over this hump first. Okay, I was about to say the moment. There's 2 nets! There is 2 nets! I think there's actually 3. It's so fast. The train is going 8 jillion miles an hour, and I have to react fast enough. This is why this game gets on my nerves. We shall continue, though. We got to give the people what they want. They have voted. I must play. We will continue. I'm nervous. I'm pitting. We're going to keep going, though. 1. Keep going. Don't give up. 2. 3. Okay. Is there another one? 4. Okay, well, guys, we got it. Focus. Do we dash up that cart? Yes, we do. Is there going to be another net? Lock in. Is there more nets? Dash? What? I'm so focused on jumping at whatever's coming at me. I'm not thinking dash. I know I just dashed, but when you give me the alert distracted me. If you would have just let me go on instinct, let me dash. I know my mic is I probably need to turn my mic down because I'm yelling right now. Very sorry about that. Let me turn it down some. It's probably going in and out. But if you didn't put the alert, it's literally like, hey, distraction. I know we got something coming up here, but let me distract you right here. If you really wanted to warn me, you would have gave me like a 3-second buffer and then say, hey, dash, tick-tock, then let me dash. Not at the same flipping time. I'm ready to get the tribal council scene. Well, I guess I'm so far in it now, I'm going to play until I run out of lives and hit continue again. I'm going to at least do that for you guys. It just makes me so upset because look how good Buster looks. Like, these graphics are awesome. What's the point of getting I almost missed that one. You guys saw that. What is the point of getting health when everything is insta-death? Like, the net is insta-death. I wish you guys could... I dashed literally the entire time. I cannot run any faster than that, and I can't make it. And I couldn't make it to the end. Like, the thing said dash. I'm hauling. And the screen outruns me. So basically, you need to put it in 5th gear before you even see that warning. I don't even want to call it a warning sign. I mean, that's no warning sign. That's not a warning sign. That would be like, like sometimes when you're driving, you see like the little hazard sign that says like if you're going 65, it'll say like 45 upcoming or 55 upcoming. Like that was just it just changed, and then there's a state trooper right behind the next speed limit. That's basically just what happened. Oh, that is so frustrating. And you guys subjected me to this again. And then that stupid new Buster game is going to come out and I have to play it. Okay, let's move on. We are in our tribal council scene. Actually, you know what? I think this calls. Let me put my mic a little closer. I think having a tribal council scene, for it to be serious, as you see, we have sand and we have my two little tiki torches here. But I think we need to, we're all here together making an important decision on the island. I think that I need to get the fire going, kind of set the scene. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but the fire's crackling. So as we all sit around the fire here tonight, we must vote. Let me go and grab the vote. And then you guys are going to choose who you would like to evict from Episode 5, Retro Survivor. Here we go. The poll is in the chat. Poll's in the chat. So, I need you guys to go over to the link, click the straw poll, vote on who you want to evict today. Now, whoever wins, whoever has the most amount of votes, that is who is going to leave the island. All right, let's go over the contestants one more time. We got Kirby's Dream Course, somebody that you could vote for to exit the island. And again, there's no second chances. Like, I'm not giving any grace to these contestants. If you're out, you're out. So the stakes are high. And they could potentially audition for season 2, but as of right now, that's not a thing. And they're gone if you vote them out. Kirby's Dream Course, Kid Clown and Crazy Chase, SWAT Cats The Radical Squadron, Tiny Toons Adventures, Buster Bust Loose, which is a game that you saw today. And after watching it today, you now have to make the decision if you thought, man, that was way better than I thought it was. Jake's just a bad gamer, which, I can admit that there is probably some skill issue there. I'll admit that. I'll be honest. And you might say, with me and my skills, with how great it looks in the presentation, this is something that needs to go to the end. This is something I need to keep around. Or maybe, you're kind of vibing with me and say, this is awful. I can't believe they put so much pain towards children back in the 90s trying to play this game. Maybe that's what you're thinking. And maybe you say, today is the day. We've let him skate long enough. Last week, there was a vote off, and I think that, I have to go back and look, I think that was the vote to kind of make it a tie, and then we had to figure out from there. So Tiny Toons potentially should have went home last week, and he has skated by for another week. Maybe it's his time. Maybe it's the time we take him out to pasture. That's what you guys decide. Super Adventure Island 2, I played that last week. A lot to it. RPG elements, open world, which is completely different game than Super Adventure Island, which is a very basic run to the right, jump and get coins, jump over stuff platformer. I don't even know if it's a platformer. I think it's you just stay on the ground. It's very rudimentary. So going from that is probably the biggest upgrade in a sequel on the Super Nintendo that exists out there. So great game, but again, that's my opinion. This isn't my show. I'm not picking who's staying. I'm not picking the winner. I'm allowing you guys to vote, and that vote right now is in the chat. Straw poll vote. Go vote. First Samurai, also action platformer. Again, I've talked about it numerous times. Does some different things. Now, you guys got to say if those things are different enough to make it unique, because for me, I'll give points to a game if it's unique, even if it's not that fun or not executed to perfection. So, for instance, Super Godzilla, very unique. Don't think there's another game like it. Kid Clown, very unique. Spanky's Quest has went home, very unique game. So if something's very unique, even if I don't like it, like it's not my thing, I recognize that because there's so many of the same on this console that I really enjoy seeing something different, even if it's not something I would typically rent when I was a kid. So this one has some different things as far as it, being a platformer. So that might buy some points for you guys, and you might want to keep it around, and you might say, screw that, not listening to you, he's got to go. Up to you guys. Vote is in the chat. Click the link. And there is not I've said this before, I try to make it as easy as I can for you guys because I want this to be interactive. I want us to have fun together. And if you guys want to, if you want to vote or if you guys want to get out of game, I don't want it to be where you have to set up an account or you have to sign in or you got to make a whole password thing, do the email verification. I don't want to do all that. Like straw poll, from what I can tell, is like the easiest thing where you can have multiple options, where you can click the link, you click vote, you press enter, you see who's winning. It's that easy. So I want, for me, if I was doing it, I want as least resistance as possible so I can interact with the show that I like. So that's what I'm trying to do with you guys. So straw poll, click the link, you can vote. I'm going to stall for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to check the results. Somebody's going home. Somebody will leave Retro Survivor, and it is decided right now by those watching, by those voting. Because even if you watch and you don't vote, you're not a part of the decision. So let me go check it out. Let me go see the results. Okay, I need some votes. Need some more votes. So go, if you're watching, go ahead, click the link, go vote. If not, if there's a tie or there's a split decision, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go from judge to being participant in the show. I won't pick. I'll probably leave it up to a coin toss or AI or something like that. But I would rather it be chat decided and you guys vote. So got 6 contestants left. There are more red X's every week. We are getting down to the nitty gritty. It was all fun and games when it was like, okay, not a hard decision. We all know Super Adventure Island 1's not going to win. So at any point, we can get rid of him. We obviously know that Michael Jordan is up there for a joke. And if you guys wanted to, like the meme game to win, I guess you could have went that route. But unless you were doing that, obviously Michael Jordan's got to leave at some point. So it's kind of like Super Godzilla, terrible game, besides it being unique and all. It's just not that fun. So you guys have now gotten out the ones that's like, okay, obviously at some point this one's got to go. But now we've moved on past that. And we are down to some really decent games. Like all of these I would revisit, besides Buster, I would revisit and I would have a good time with. Like I would play them not to stream or not to make content, but I would do it for just genuine fun on a Friday night or Saturday morning. That's what I would do. So to me, if I'm in your guys' shoes, this is a tough decision, man. And it's like, again, it's all up to you guys. So voting is going to be open for a little bit longer. And then I'm going to check the results and I'm going to share the results with you guys on whoever is going to leave. So votes open a little bit often. Just to make it a little bit more dramatic, I think somebody messed with my fire. So let me get that fire crack on again. And I think that for me, there's something a little spiritual about a man looking into the flame, man looking into the fire. And when you're making a decision this heavy, I think you need to tap into that spiritual side of you. I think you need to really look deep within yourself. And I really think that you need to decide what's better not only for me, but for everybody watching. Does everybody want to see First Samurai keep being in this season? Is that good TV? Is that a good show? That's up to you. And I just feel like with the fire going on this beach in the sand, we just have a time right now we can contemplate and we can reflect and we can make the right decision. So don't feel persuaded in any way unless you're trying to get Buster out. But now would be the time to go vote for who you would like to evict. Going to give you a few more seconds, and then we are going to get someone out today. Then stick around. We got a twist at the very end. So go ahead and go vote. You guys, just another minute, and then the vote will be cast. The eviction card will be read, and then we will have someone leave Retro Survivor, decided by the watchers and the viewers at home. So, okay, 20 or 30 more seconds, and then we are going to call it a wrap. And then I'm going to gather the contestants around the fire and look them all in the eye. I'm going to thank them for joining. And then I'm going to read out loud who has to leave the island, who's got to pack up their things, tear down their lean-to, and leave Season 1 and miss out on the opportunity at being the first ever crowned winner of Season 1. They are going to miss out. They're not going to be a part of it. Maybe they can be like the Big Brother and Survivor contestants where like they can go on some kind of like B-list celebrity. Because a lot of these people that don't win like an actual show, they turn out like they just ride that fame that they got from their season, and they just like tap into that niche market of everybody watching that show, and they just ride out the rest of their days as like a C-list influencer. And so that may be what is in store for the next person going home. I hope that's good for you. I hope that this channel gave them a little bit of a rub, and then maybe they have a little more life given into them. But other than that, that's the best they can hope for. Other than that, they're gone. They're gone, they're forgotten, and we're not going to care about them anymore in Season 1. So it's a lot at stake here. You guys are going to choose their fate. Okay, I'm about to close the vote. Hold on. We're loading. Okay, results. All right, let me go ahead and delete this poll. We have results. Votes are in. Okay, guys, let's move on to the voting. It's closed. The votes are in. All right, I think that we need to play some dramatic music. Votes are in. And at this point, at this point, I'm going to read who has to leave the island. What Super Nintendo game we must say goodbye to. And like I've said before, at this point, we've been together. We have known these contestants. We've known these games kind of like, I wouldn't say friends. I would say more like a family, because we have really stuck by each other for the last 4 or 5 weeks. This is week 5, and we've really come to know them, and we really have come to learn about them. And it's just something about when you stick together with people for that long, you just can't help but grow roots with them. So at the point where you have to sever those roots, it's really tough and it's painful and it's hard to watch. But alas, we must move on. The show must go on, and you guys have voted. So without further ado, here, let me get my red X ready. Without further ado, who is leaving this week on Retro Survivor is Kid Clown and Crazy Chase. Kid Clown, I've enjoyed playing you. I felt like you were a hidden gem. I tried to talk you up. I gave you a positive review, something I didn't even give Buster. I said you had more animations than Bubsy, and people freaking love Bubsy. I mean, I really talked you up, and I tried. I understand, though, you're a very short game. If you're a good player, you can probably beat it within an hour. I know that's a strike against you, but you brought a lot to the table, and you shouldn't hang your head at what you brought to the table during the season on Retro Survivor. You have nothing to be sad about. You have nothing to be ashamed of. You've really come in, you put your best foot forward, and you've played a great game thus far. So thank you so much for joining. But since you are leaving, we must play. Let's go. Let's do it. We got to call him. We got to call him. You guys can listen. That's the lifeboat. That's the boat. It's going to come pick Kid Clown up. Here comes the boat. You have just a few more moments to say your goodbye, because we have a twist coming up, Kid Clown. So say your goodbyes. Make your hugs, get your handshakes, wipe your tears, get your stuff together. The boat is on its way. You can hear it, and they're gonna pick you up, and then you have to leave the island. And then we must move on to our twist of the night. So, boat's here. Okay, so we just saw Kid Clown leave the island on episode 5. Now, I did promise you guys. Here, I'm looking now. I'm getting ready for our twist. I did promise you guys a twist that is going to happen. Let's see. And that twist is about to start. Hope you guys are ready for this. I don't think that you are. I'm excited. Okay. So what's going to happen? Here's the twist. Here's the twist. Are you ready? Tonight is double eviction night. Tonight is double eviction night. There will be another vote here very shortly. And you guys, see, it's all fun and games when you got all week long. You got all week long to think about, okay, who do I want to leave the island? This happened last week. Let me take all that in. I'm taking in Jake's streams. I'm taking in what the judge says. I'm taking in what the chat has said. I'm taking all that in. I got a week to think about it, meditate on it, and cast a vote. There's been a lot of game that's been on the past week. I'm sure the contestants have talked with one another. I'm sure you've talked with other voters. And you got all the strategy. But now, within minutes, you have to make a heated, passionate, just gut decision on who you want to leave. And that's going to be something that you have to think about, but it's going to be off the cuff. You don't have time to confer with a lot of people. It's just whatever you think, whoever should leave, this is what we're about to do. Okay, let's go back to the votes are open. Votes are open. Where's my red X on Kid Clown? Kid Clown's going. He's gone. Let me create this vote, and we are going to put it again in the chat. Buster Buzz Loose. And then you guys are going to vote within minutes who is going home next. And we will be left after this one. So right now we have 5 left. That's crazy. After this vote, we will only have 4 left on the island, which is crazy because I felt like we just started like yesterday. That's absolutely wild. We are getting closer to crowning our winner. Man, this is cool. Okay. Let me create this poll. See, you could have said, man, Jake, you're not prepared. How could I be prepared? You guys voted for it. So it's not like I know how to create the poll. I didn't know who was going to be in it. I didn't know who went home. So this is something that's got to be done right now because there was no way for me to tell who was going to go home. So now I have to create another poll right now live as you guys are watching, which is like, man, this is awesome. This is really cool. I like how interactive this is. And as we continue, I'm going to try to find more ways to make it interactive. So get stream cord. Okay, that is all 5 contestants. Name? No, let's do that. Okay. Create poll. Poll has been created. Now let me go ahead and put it in the chat. Poll is in the chat. Poll is in the chat. So again, this is double eviction night. I'm going to pin this one. So this one is pinned. If you're wondering which straw poll it is, one's going to lead you to it's going to say like 404 not found or whatever because I've already deleted it. I don't want you to get confused. But go to the other one. Vote right now. Go vote. Make your vote known. And then somebody is going to leave. We're going to have the second person packing up and leaving. Here, let me turn the fire down a little bit. There's a lot of crackling going on. Let me turn that fire down. There's a lot happening here. And you guys are about to send the next person home from Retro Survivor. The second one, same episode. This is crazy. I don't know what you guys thought the twist was, but this is spicy. This is a spicy twist, I think. Okay, guys, go ahead. Go to the pinned chat. I'm going to need you guys to vote. Vote on who you want to leave the island. A lot of power here. I think there's many people in the chat. I think we're down to a few. So go ahead and vote. You guys have all the power, which you can say, oh, well, it's like, less people to confer with or talk about it with or maybe like join thoughts with. I don't know. But you can look at it like this. Each vote means that much more and has that much more power. So now with a vote, you can potentially pick the winner, or in this case, pick the loser, pick whoever leaves. You have the power right now on who's going to go home. And I'm sure the contestants are as shocked as you guys are. They probably, you probably felt a big sigh of relief. I can imagine viewers at home. I can imagine the contestants. There's probably a big sigh of relief. You're like, whew, my game. survived episode 5. We have made it to episode 6. And now here you are. Everybody is back on the chopping block. Anyone can go home in this special twist episode of Retro Survivor, where we have a double eviction for the first time ever. First time ever double eviction. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys just another minute or two. Again, we do not have Kid Clown in the running any longer. So who is left is Kirby's Dream Course, SWAT Cat's Radical Squadron, Tiny Toons Adventures Buster Bust Loose, which I just played on stream today and has survived after we thought should go weeks ago, has just survived 2 more votes. 2 more rounds of voting. Buster has survived. So you guys say, okay, guys, we missed our opportunity. We missed the opportunity to make Buster go home, and we thought we messed up. We thought we were going to have to get him in episode 6. Guys, you can make it happen in episode 5. You can make it happen in episode 5. You don't have to wait till next week. I'm giving you another chance to get Buster out. Super Adventure Island 2, I think, is more of a fan favorite. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be too early. That seems like a finalist to me. Again, it's not up to me. It's up to you guys. First Samurai. First Samurai has been a quiet contestant. They haven't made a lot of game moves, but they've been in right place, right time, and they've made the right connections to stay here long enough for this moment. So you got to decide if that is smart gameplay by First Samurai. Maybe he needs to stay, or he hasn't made as many game moves as I would have liked. He's not been as involved as much as I would have liked. But also remember this here, like I have only streamed out of these 5 remaining games. I've only streamed Tiny Toons, SWAT Cats, Super Adventure Island 2. So don't think that just because sometimes there's like a recency bias. Man, out of sight, out of mind is definitely a thing. So you go, okay, well, I haven't seen Kirby's Dream Course. I haven't seen First Samurai. Maybe they're not that good of a game, or I don't know that much about them. So it's just easier for me, since I haven't seen them, to go click their name in the vote. Like, don't think that way. Like, eventually, if they keep staying around, like, they're going to get picked and I'm going to stream them. But don't go off of, like, what I've played and what I haven't played. Man, go on, like, because we can't go back. We can't go back. So you pick based on who you want to see stay. And maybe, look, this is part of the strategy. I'm telling you guys, it's part of the strategy. You might say, I know that, let's say, I'm just giving an example. Let's say you think Kirby's Dream Course is your game. That's your game. That's who you want to win. And let's just say you think that Super Adventure Island 2 is going to make it to the finals and potentially win. Now, again, this is strategy. You could say, okay, well, let's get who we think don't deserve it, who doesn't deserve to be here. Let's get them out next, and let's get the next weakest person, next weakest person, next weakest person. But at some point, if you're going to win, everybody else has to go home. So you have to say, do we go ahead and get that next competitor out now? Do we go ahead while we got some other options, while things are a little bit easier? Can we get the person that I think is potentially going to endanger my game of winning? Do we want to get them out now? That's something you really have, like, there's going to be some strategy involved. There will be some, and like, that's something you guys decide and you guys vote on. So the voting is open. The new straw poll, same scenario. I'm not doing anything different. It's just a different link. I pinned it in the chat. You guys go to that pinned chat, click the link. If you click the one that's not pinned, if you scroll up or whatever, there will be like a 404 page not found. It will be deleted. So obviously that's the wrong one. Go to the other one. Go to the pinned chat. Go vote right now. I'm about to end it. It's double eviction. We don't have a lot of time. Look, CBS has given us only a certain amount of runtime, and we have to stay within it. We can't, we got sponsors and we got things going on to where we have a set time and we're going long. So we're going to have to shorten it up, shorten the voting time. Go vote right now who you want to leave. Second contestant to leave on double eviction night for Retro Survivor. Here we go. Go vote. Go click vote. And we're going to see who's the second victim of the night. First victim of technically second. Second victim of double eviction night. Who's going to go home? That's something you have to decide. I'm going to give you guys another 30 seconds to a minute, and we are going to announce. And guys, we are going to be down to 4 after that. Down to 4. That's crazy. While giving you guys some time to vote, just talk about the channel for just a minute. If you guys see behind me, wait, turn my head. I got a sign behind me just to give you guys something visually to look at. That way it's not. If you go look at episode 1, it's just like a gray sheet behind me because I just didn't have anything. And I stream in our guest room, so I got like a bedroom behind me, and who wants to look at that? So I got like a little backdrop. I got a better backdrop, and now I got a sign behind me. Just something for you guys to look at. I think it's pretty cool. Came in a few days ago. So this is what I'm going to be streaming. If you got like other suggestions of things maybe you want to see behind me, just go ahead and let me know in the chat. Also, as far as the channel goes, for some reason, actually, let me talk about this for a minute. Let me talk about this while you vote. So there has been, with Silk Song coming out, all these indie games, because I give reviews to retro games, particularly Super Nintendo right now. Eventually, I'm going to expand to N64 and Game Boy Advance. That's probably going to be the next two that I look at. But right now, it's a lot of Super Nintendo. But it's retro reviews and indie game reviews. So when an indie game comes out, I play it really fast. I play the whole game. I don't take shortcuts, or I don't like just scroll around on the menu and like play around a little bit and then get out and try to write a review. I like to play it to, if not its completion, to its near completion, and then I will write a review about it. But so Silk Song comes out, right? And all these other indie games, they are so terrified of competing with Silk Song, obviously, because of all the hype, all the people that are going to play it. And I mean, for good reason. Like, I think it broke records on Steam, how many people downloaded it and played it at the same time. So like, it was warranted. But so what all these indie games did is that they moved their release date because they didn't want to compete with Silk Song. That's their decision. And so they moved it back 2 or 3 weeks. A lot of these indie games that were, planning to release around Silk Song. If there was a week before, they were like, well, people are going to play my game for just a few days, and then they're never going to play it again because Silk Song, and then they're going to go off on that tangent. Or definitely if you were competing for like the day of, day before, day after, or even like the week after. People are going to like, this game is so big, I'm going to be playing it for the next week. They're not going to see my game. So like, there's a 2 or 3 week window of all of these indie games that were planning to release during that time, and they have moved them back to like right now. And like, all these indie games that were in that 2 or 3 week window moved their game back to the end of September. So now all of these games that were supposed to release within like a month's time are now releasing like within the same 4 or 5 days at the end of September. So we'll see how that goes. I think they kind of played themselves to like, now all these indie games are not competing with Silk Song, but competing with each other, because they all moved it back to somewhere between September 21st and like the beginning of October. And now they're like, everything's being pushed back to that window, and they're all competing with each other. So I think that's kind of interesting how that all worked out. But long story short, since I play indie game as well, there's a lot of indie games that have been on my wish list that was within the 2 or 3 week window of Silk Song that have now come out in the past few days, and that are going to come out in the next few days as well. So if you go look at my channel, I haven't played Super Nintendo in the past week or two. I do have the next Super Nintendo one that will come out. Thanks to you guys watching this channel. We had a good chat last time about Lester the Unlikely. So since that was, I'm looking at the chat now, making sure nobody has a comment about Lester. But we talked about Lester the Unlikely, and we were saying, like, is this like the worst game ever, or is like there's some redeeming qualities about this game, and there's some back and forth on it. So I took that into account. That's going to be the next Super Nintendo review. But I'm just telling you all this because if you go look at my channel right now, I just, like, literally just in the past 2 or 3 days dropped 2 new reviews. One is on Quartet, which I've been playing for like the past week. That one came out like a week and a half ago, so that one's not really new. But again, it's a really long RPG. And for me, I like to play, if not all the game, most of the game before I review it. That's just how I am. Like, I don't want to be told what to say or read what to say or read about the game. I want to play the game. Well, being though somebody that works and being an adult, It took me a while to put the 25 hours into it, because I only get a few hours a day that I can play. So it took me a long time to put 25 hours into the game to really tell you what I think about it. So played that for a while, just released that review, I think 2 or 3 days ago. And then today I released another indie review on Easy Delivery Company, which is super cozy game. It's like you drive around and make deliveries and try to make enough money to like meet the next mission. So it's kind of like got this game loop of like you're trying to make money to make the next delivery, and it's all on time. Your boss is like this weird, they got this overly happy infomercial type vibe, which is Easy Delivery Company, like the people you work for. The townspeople are kind of like this Animal Crossing type vibe. There's some stories and some side things going on, and it all plays out why you're making these deliveries in a super cozy game that you can take your time with and have fun and relax in. The setting is like PS1 settings, and it's just really a really throwback, relaxing game. So that's out today. I'll let you guys know there's another indie game coming out. Actually, it already come out, but the review of it on my channel will be out this week as well. So sorry if you're looking for more Super Nintendo content. I will start that next week. There's just a lot of indie games that I've been wanting to play, that I've had my eye on. I mean, all of them are retro. Like, if you like retro games, they're new games, but they're retro games. Like, that one was a PS1 game. The next one's going to come out is a NES game. So before Super Nintendo is an 8-bit game. It's a new one that's come out. It's called Midnight Yami. And it's like a puzzle platformer. It's really fun. I've had a good time with it, so I'm going to review that, and it's going to be up this week. But a lot of new content. If you've been wanting to hear my thoughts on a game, well, you're in for a treat, because I got a lot of content that's been rolled out and will keep rolling out. So just letting you know about the channel. Okay, I think that has been enough time for you guys to vote. So let me go and check the vote, and we're going to see who goes home next. Let me go ahead and pull up the vote. If you better squeeze in that vote ASAP if you're going to vote, if you have not voted, because it is about to end, my friend. Okay, I got the votes. I'm going to, here we go, deleting it. I've got it in my mind. I just saw who's got the most votes, and we have the first double eviction night of Retro Survivor. Tonight, we thought that it was all going to end with one eviction. That's what we all thought. And our eviction, your eviction, was Kid Clown and Crazy Chase. And now, let me go ahead and play. Wait, have I been playing my dramatic sound this whole time? Wait a minute. We got to go to the votes are in. Come on. Now, dramatic music. That's tonight the announcement that I must regretfully make. That someone's going to go home. And this is someone that I did not think was going to go home this early. And some people's favorites, some people was betting on this to last a while. But I must reveal who is the next eviction of Retro Survivor. And that game that will be going home, get my red X ready. The game that will be going home is SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron. Which is very surprising. Very surprising. And I think we were all kind of caught off guard. But that's what happens with a twist. That's what happens with a twist. It's supposed to catch you when you don't have time to think. You don't have time to plan. You don't have time to plot. You don't have time to scheme. It's just supposed to catch you off the cuff, make you go with your gut. And there's no people persuading you in the chat. There's none of that. It's just your gut instinct is supposed to catch you off guard. And when things like that happen, anything can happen. So this week we saw Kid Clown, which makes sense, but now we have suffered a loss in SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron, going home. So you know what that means. Here comes the vote. The rescue boat is on their way. We just hit the walkie-talkie, called them in. Rescue boat is on their way, and they are here to come get SWAT cats, the Radical Squadron. SWAT cats, I need you to say bye to everybody, make your peace with everyone, say your goodbyes, if you got anything to tell your fellow contestants. And then we're going to help you pack up, and we're going to tear down that shelter that you made, and we got to move on. The show must move on. So guys, there you have it. We have 4 contestants left of Retro Survivor. The boat just left. We have 4 contestants left of Retro Survivor. So we are getting down. Look how many X's there are. It just seems like yesterday we started with a blank slate. And now we have to make... Here's the part where we make some very difficult decisions. And by we, I mean you. You're going to make some very difficult decisions going forward today. So you got Kirby's Dream Course has survived the double eviction night. Tiny Toons Buster Bust Loose has survived double eviction night. Super Adventure Island 2 has survived double eviction night. And then First Samurai has also survived the double eviction night. So that was a twist today, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Again, new content on my channel. Go check it out. And, man, I really appreciated, those who have supported me thus far, those who are watching, those who are going to watch later when they get off work. Man, appreciate you guys so much. And I look forward to next week. We'll see what next week has. Thank you, guys. Signing.